What if everything you had in life and everything you cared about was one day just suddenly gone? Well, that's what many residents of Oakville, Iowa faced in 2008. The flood of 2008 affected many areas and cities around the Midwest, but one area that affected drastically was my hometown of Oakville, Iowa. The river levee broke in Oakville, Iowa, flooding the entire town and then in the Oakville River bottoms. On June 14th, 2008, after a summer of record-setting rainfall, the Iowa River, which was already at major flood stage, broke in Oakville, Iowa, and flooded the entire town and the entire Oakville River bottoms. The floodwaters covered the entire town with 7 to 10 feet of water in town, and then in the country, it got up to as much as 17 feet of water in the houses. A lot of people were affected by this flood, including myself, which we were forced to move out of our house. We never thought that the floodwaters would ever reach our house, so we didn't. When we were told to evacuate, we just got some of our important things. We didn't figure it would ever reach the upper level, so we didn't take out any of our stuff that was in the upstairs. A few days after the levee broke, though, my dad and my brother had to take a boat out to our house to get to our house because it was inaccessible by any other way. Our house had 17 feet of water in it because it was in the deepest part, and it was so damaged that we couldn't move back into our house. So we had to end up moving to a different place, and we ended up moving to Mediapolis, Iowa, which is about 15 miles southwest of Oakville. There was a big effort to sandbag around the levee to try and keep the levee from breaking. The water was rising up on the levee, and in the town of Oakville, people came from all over the country to help sandbag to try and stop the water from rising and from breaking the levee. Despite all the efforts that were made, though, the levee broke anyway and flooded the town of Oakville and the river bottoms. There was a place called the Big Ditch about 5 miles south of Oakville in the Iowa River, which was acted as a levee, and this levee was the only thing that was keeping the water from flooding all the way to Burlington, Iowa. The sandbagging effort was continued along the Big Ditch, and they actually stopped the levee from breaking there, and then eventually the waters receded and the river bottoms slowly started to drain out. In conclusion, the flood of 2008 changed many people's lives when the Iowa River flooded the Oakville river bottoms in the town of Oakville. Although this happened, many people from all over the country came to help out and try and stop the levee from breaking and to help those who were in need. So just remember, don't take for granted the simple things in life, because one day they can be taken from you.